What's up? What it do, so fam? Welcome to K&M Witchery, or Readings by K&M. That's me. What it do? I am Kat Nicoletta Monroe. For those of y'all who may not know, this is your spiritual check-in. We are going to be using the True Black deck today. I have no idea what to expect, but as always, these spiritual check-ins are intended to offer y'all some clarity, healing, and practical spiritual advice in order to help in your personal evolution. So if that resonates in any way, subscribe, join the tribe, and you'll get more videos just like this. First up, we do have the Page of Coins, loud and clear. Except it's the Page of Swords. But for some reason I said it's coins. Swords are intellect, ideas, air. Coins, spoken intuitively now, is enhancing the metaphor of putting your money where your mouth is. You could be talking a lot about doing something, and you're talking a lot about these ideas. But when it comes to actually facilitating, let's pull some more cards. We have the Hierophant. How gorgeous these cards are, by the way. Ooh. Alongside the Seven of Swords in reverse. Except for the Eight of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. That's amazing, because the last couple of readings we had the Eight of Swords in the upright position, but this tells me that now, so fam, you're letting go of a lot of these like fears and ill intentions, whether these are perceptions that had been integrated, had been nurtured into your well-being, or you've adopted them in one form or another, made something your own. You're now looking to remove the barriers that have been keeping you steady. And when it comes to doing what it is that you've been thinking about, now is the opportune time to do that, especially with the Hierophant coming in at the very center of your reading here, soul fam. Tells me that you are ready, that this is destiny. This is like some North Node shit. Y'all are probably living in your authentic truth right now, and that on its own is all you need right now to feel stable and to feel confident. You are already ready. You have all of the tools you need already. And what is now being removed, if not pleasantly reminded through this check-in for y'all today, is the very fact that you are now getting out of your own way and recognizing your power. So if you needed a little boost of motivation that's telling you to do that thing, this is it. Go do it. Yay. Okay. Let's see what else we got here for my soul fam. The King of Swords. Okay, so we move from the king, or from the page to the king. Beautiful. I love to see it. This is quite an evolution that my soul fam has been on. You know when to say and when to say it. What? You know what to say and when to say it. And yet my words evaded me, didn't they? I think some of y'all, shut up, chair. I think some of y'all experience some fear of your intellect. Perhaps maybe you need the reminder that you are very wise beyond your years. Okay, the Hierophant here. You possess an intellect and a divine connection unlike many others. And it's because of that that perhaps maybe your intellect had been judged growing up, and then you feared your own mind and your own ideas and your creations and imagination and potential and thesis, and all of these revelational ideas were kind of stolen from you. Until recently, or until right now, that you're feeling this inkling to show up and step up and say what it is that you gotta say with your damn chest. So fam, I will never lie to y'all, okay? Like, when it comes to this particular fear of being seen, of being heard, I'm telling you, pushing past that and showing up anyways will pleasantly surprise you. Right now, as we're entering the age of Aquarius, we're advancing forward into different ideologies and ways of being and existing, and we will always find a network of people that we can jive with, you know? And what I'm saying here is sometimes, especially as like the black sheep and those who were highly misunderstood, what we failed to recognize as kids is that as we grow up, we get to choose our own family, right? I just heard Ohana. And we can really create the community that we desire. I mean, take a look at K&M Witchery. You know, I have met so many wonderful, wonderful people and patrons and clients, and it just ignites my soul every damn time waking up, doing what it is that I do, knowing that I get to connect with a group of people that I selected, that have selected me simultaneously. We somehow just together. And I love that for us. And I would love for you to also embrace this interconnection that is coming your way as well. People want to hear what it is that you have to say. People want to observe what it is that you have to offer. People want a piece of how you tell a particular story. And yet you sit there and you judge yourself and you stop yourself. There's no need for that. The Eight of Swords are already in reverse. I think a lot of y'all have already made the decision, and now it's just taking that step, that like, oof, that push, that that just, you gotta dip your toe outside of that comfort zone, you know, dip your toe in the water, kind of test it out, ooh, or perhaps you just need to leap on in and let your body temperature figure out the rest, you know, dump into this pool of wealth and abundance and creation that awaits you, of family, of community. Oh, all right. I heard shuffle, and so I shall. As I cut the deck, I heard something about Akashic Records, so some of y'all could be playing around in there, wanting to put some things together, discover some things. Also, some of y'all may be meddling in other people's Akashic Records. Stick to your own knowledge, okay? That will absolutely help you more so advance. And it's through the depths of yourself and the onion layers that you're going to peel back on yourself will you actually be able to connect deeper with other people too. So oftentimes we're more keen on discovering things about other people, right? As opposed to ourselves, right? Where the obsession should go into ourselves, not in a narcissistic way, but in an uncovering depth kind of a way, so that the rest of the external world will also make sense and people will be able to meet you at a level there as well. Hence, you'll be able to see them in a different light. I don't know who needs that message, but whoever it is, give me a like, because what the heck. Moving on to the cards that came out, we have the Three of Cups, okay? So this being at the very center of your reading right now, and we are going to pull some more cards, is in fact talking to me right now about this community, okay? This wonderful sense of true companionship and loyalty, and we fear being ourselves so much that we fail to recognize once we truly are the amount of acceptance that comes with it. And perhaps that acceptance is new, and thus that's the comfort zone that you are now to get used to. Although I'm telling y'all through spirit that this is your time to build that empire. I was going to say emperor because the emperor came out, and like, I don't know. It's feeling like Mercury retrograde for me right now. I'm also feeling some like anxieties from y'all too as I'm channeling in. So like, I guess just ignore the stutters and like the shyness that I feel like I'm slightly projecting. I don't know, like tapping into your energy right now, soul fam. It's like you second guess yourself, but yet the matter is to just do it anyways, okay? And fumble through it. Let people notice how much of a human you are. We're living in a world where everything is freaking fake. You don't even know if I'm AI. I'm not. I'm no computer. And that's humbling. And it sometimes feels more vulnerable than anything to show up and truly be yourself and state your mind and your opinions. And I just want to say that it's worth it. It's worth it, okay? Because at least what it is that you're going to be building is something that you really, truly want for yourself. And why not choose to decide? Why not have fun and create your own world and allow people to see your magnificence? Because y'all have uncovered something wonderful for yourself too, okay? The Hierophant doesn't just come out for no one. And how selfish of you for withholding all of your wisdom. The audacity. Eight of Coins. It's time to really truly put in that work. And then we have a nice little reoccurring message with the last check-in, where action is now required. And you manifest through action by just showing up and just taking those steps, okay? Oftentimes our mind tricks us and takes us too far into the future. It's like all of a sudden, I don't know, since we're talking about like speaking out, right? You're picturing yourself on a stage and I don't know, you have 100 people looking up at you. Like, why are you taking yourself all the way over there, freaking yourself out about like stage fright when you're just in your room in front of your phone? I mean, that's how I recorded videos for years. I just used my cell phone. That's all you really need. Connection is easy. We just overcomplicate things. But when we just take one simple step, just focus on the step right in front of you, especially when you're in a whirlwind of a fog and you're unsure of what the outcome will bring, just focus on what is in front of you, what you can see, and that is just step by step. No need to maximize any anxieties and freak yourself out over nothing. It's just slow and steady winning the race. And the more that you do, the more that you pursue, the more that you will prove yourself right in the absolute best of ways. So be very mindful about the direction that you're also choosing to utilize this wisdom and intellect, because your unconscious mind, this powerful unconscious mind, is only ever going to look for things to prove you right. So if you're going to wake up and convince yourself it's going to be a shitty day, well, I hope you freaking wear your rain boots, because you're going to be stepping in some poop, you know? And why? Why? Forecast that for yourself and utilize your powerful intellect as a form of shitty manifestation. Here's the 5 of freaking cups. Why? Okay, cups and coins. Cups and coins. Cups and coins, it's like you find insufficiencies about yourself. The 5 of coins is a lack of self-worth. You lack value and thus are unwilling and incapable to build a community, to approach a community, to ask for help, to extend a hand. You don't feel worthy enough of that. False, false. Cancel, cancel. No. And where cups came in, it's like the 5 of cups is very depressed energy. It's crying over spilled milk without allowing yourself to recognize that you have love right there next to you. It's usually depicted as 3 glasses tipped over and broken, and 2 chilling out in hindsight, refusing to be acknowledged. It's like you're focusing on what wants to be healed right now. And that is where you can take the power back. So that part of you that is coming out with these unconscious clues and hints of lack of self-worth, you can hug that version of yourself. You know, instead of agreeing with them and telling them, yeah, you ain't shit and we can't do this and da-da-da-da. Hug them. If this was your best friend that walked in, sat in front of you, and spoke to you the way that that version of yourself is speaking to themselves right now, what would you recommend them to do? What would you say? How would you react? Would you give them a hug? Would you reaffirm them? Would you show them how worthy they are of time and care and appreciation? I mean, what would you do? That's the part that you must offer yourself. So however that looks like for you, practice that. And I know sometimes it may seem silly to sit there on your bed and close your eyes and give yourself a hug, just a nice big squeeze. Why not? It feels so good. Try it out. Let me know how that goes. Because it's only coming up as often as it is for you to heal it, to feel it. Stop intellectualizing so much, even though that is your superpower, to feeling it and thus healing it, as mentioned, and being able to step out of your way and just take those steps, okay? If you got to do the thing kicking and screaming a couple of times, so be it. So fam, my fear of showing up on camera, just me in a room on a phone, terrified me. The amount of times I have started and restarted new YouTube channels only to private everything up and then restart it. Like, it took a while for me to find my voice as an intuitive reader because, and this is no shade to absolutely any other reader, I think they're fantastic people out there that do this work, and it didn't align to how it is that they did their thing, you know? Like, there's a lot of people on YouTube who do a lot of love readings, you know, and promise an incoming soulmate, and I don't align to that. I've tried it out. This doesn't really work out. Astrology, I'm not one of them. Okay, I'm very interested and fascinated in astrology, but I am not an astrologer by any freaking means, you know? I'm just a natural intuitive. I see dead people, and I really like tarot, and I write sometimes, and so I put it all together, and here I am. Yeah. And you're here tuning in, and like, that makes my heart melt, and it also freaks me out a little bit, but like in the best ways, because we never would have connected otherwise if I didn't just step the hell out of my own way. So if you could use me as a little simple example, just know that it's worth it, and my right ear is ringing, so thanks for that. You're capable of magnificent things. And you're capable of doing things your way. It's just a matter of taking step by step. And who knows, maybe your passions in life will become the thing that make you money, that help you create the worlds that you desire for yourself. I mean, it's not just hoopla if it becomes a reality. And if that reality is just about giving yourself a couple hugs, treating yourself, loving yourself, affirming things to yourself, and doing somatic exercises and speaking to therapists to help you process certain things. knmwitchery.com if you would like me to help you through it. Certified, yes, board certified. Let's go. Let's do this together. And you will grow. Because it's time. There's this reoccurring theme of it now being time. So step the heck out of your own way. And manipulate time to your favor and to your advantage. Because with free will, we can make the choice to do these things and take the step by step and thus speed things up and bring things towards us like the law of attraction allows. Or you can keep saying no and stagnating and delaying potential abundance. You can do that if you want. I wouldn't recommend it, friend. I really wouldn't recommend it. But you can. And then Temperance flies out. This beautiful, beautiful card. I love the depiction of Temperance here. Where you're now in the middle of a rebirth, a phoenix rising, if you will. in the middle of death and rebirth. It's give and take. The dog barking in the background, you may either speak to a friend and or stop speaking to a friend, depending how the advice goes. If you feel in your gut that there's something else that you are being recommended that vibes better than the other, go with your gut on that one. Okay, because temperance speaks to us through our intuition, through our emotions, through our sensories, you know, and your mind is highly connected with the divine, yes, and your ego steps in the way because it's a little distracted by limiting beliefs right now, so it's keeping you small. So you've got to move to the next thing that is motivating you and pushing you to just show up, and you may not know why you got to show up and do that thing, and you may continue to convince yourself just or you could just make the choice and kick and scream a little bit and clear some of that karmic debt out and choose to affirm through action, through faith alone, that you trust in yourself, that you trust in your destiny, that you're ready, and that you're just dipping your toes in a little bit more. Offer yourselves some grace, soul fam. Sometimes we jump too quickly into thinking that like every single thing that we do is the finale. Okay? It's just how we have narrated our stories to be, and we can change that. We can slow it down. So just woosah and go do that thing. Slowly but surely, the right people will come around. The right experiences and adventures and building blocks will manifest for you. So the time is now to get her done. So get it done. I don't know, soul fam, lots of accountability required. If you're still tuned into this freaking check-in, so hop to it. All the best to you. I heard my snaps. That's it. That's all for me, guys. I hope this helped in any way that it was meant to. And I'll see you all in another reading. Bye.